that out of the way. All right. So what we will be doing is my computer's not liking recording two things. All right. So this is what we're going to be filling out. This is what you base all your reports off of. It's called the DDR. And yeah, always make sure this is correct. So we are going to start with the 18th. You'll see down at the bottom the tabs. They're numbered through the days. So make sure the date you put up top here represents that. So we're going to be doing Monday, October 18th. Uh-huh.
Where do we find the DDR? Is it on SharePoint or how do you?
No, I'd probably send it to you guys, or I'd upload it to the SharePoint. But yeah, either way.
On your computer right now?
Yes, yeah. But typically, I just kind of email it and whatever. So if I were to do it at home, I'd email it to myself, and then yeah. Yep. So we got the DDR. The next thing is we need all of our all the web links in order to fill this out. So the first thing we're going to start off with is going to be IQ. So IQ is where you find all the credit card reports for the North Lot, here, Senate, and the White River Garage. So I'll log into here. And IQ, I can set you guys up with your own accounts. So, but once you sign in, do you guys still have those sticky notes with the lot numbers on them?
I do. So I got 6 through 10 as exits and pay stations, 11 through 13 as White River State Park tablets, 15 through 19 as Washington Street.
Yeah. Portia, is there still that sticky note up there? I had it up next to that computer. All the lots. I put it up here. Alright. Well.
We can make another one.
Okay. Just for video purposes, I'll put it on Notepad real quick. Alright. Because you will need to know these numbers. So you got lot 51, North Lot, and then these will be terminal ID numbers, and you'll see those here in a minute. That'll be 23 and 24. Lot 52 is Washington Street. And these are TID numbers 15 through 19. And it is 25 through 28 are the tablets. So we got lot 53. SAG. TID numbers 22 through 24, 54, White River Garage, TID numbers, was it 6 through 10, and 11 through 13 are the tablets. Oh. And then lot 55, it's White River Surface Lot. It doesn't have a TID. It goes through the T2 and Converge. Okay. And you'll see these lot 51 through 55. These are going to match what is on the DDR. You'll see 51, 52, 53, 54, 55 on there. So. And last thing, so this top column, this is what we're supposed to have, and it's going to match up with the cash deposits and the credit card deposits down here. So say we had, typically we'll do a lot of transit. Say it's 100 on 5, and typically a day will look like, if we make $100, see how it matches. So if I don't have anything in here in the credit cards, we're supposed to have 100, but we don't have any deposits, so it's saying we're 100 short. But when you go in, add the 100 in credit cards, over short is fine. Or say we have an event for 1,000, so it's out of 50, and we've got 500 in credit card, but we end up getting 520 in cash. You'll see that makes it 20 over. So it's always matching this top section with the bottom two. So, okay, so let's get started. So going to IQ, the first thing you're going to do is go to Reports and Statements, and then you're going to go to Reports. And then for here, you're going to click this little plus for select an entity, and you've got the bottom one is the state, and then the middle one is White River. You don't use the top one. That's for the old WorldPay handhelds that we don't use anymore. I don't even think they're active. But first thing we're going to start out with is the state garages. Just click on that and hit select, and then you're going to want the date you're working on. We're working on the 18th. Let me actually close these. Close. So we're working on the 18th. We're actually going to put in the 19th because it settles a little after midnight on the 19th for the 18th charges. So we'll find October 19.
So, quick question. When you're doing, say, October 31st, you would put in November 1st?
Correct, yes. Yep. So once you got the date you want, you're going to hit Get Reports. And then you're going to pull two reports. The first one, this is the summary page. This is what you're going to include in the daily paperwork. And then the 601 report is actually the breakdown that you'll want to start with. So typically what I do, I click here, I make sure it's checked, and then I hit download. And then here in about 3 to 5 minutes up here in files, you'll see it pop up. So we'll get to that here in a minute. But we want the breakdown first because we need to break apart all the state locations. So you can just click on 601. And I usually have it open in Adobe or Acrobat, whatever. And then here we go. Here's the breakdown of each lane. So you remember I gave you these TID numbers. The TID numbers are going to be right here. So it's this number right here. It's 15. Yeah. So for Washington, which is what it starts out at, you want 15 through 19, and if there's any tablets, it'll be the 25 through 28. So, and then let's go ahead and get started.
Steve,
Yes, sir.
when I came in this morning, the time clock wouldn't take my fingerprint, so I couldn't clock in. So when I go back to go clock out,
Do me a favor, tell Erica she should be there when you leave, right? Or when are you leaving? You're leaving now, aren't you?
at 3 o'clock,
Yeah, she should. Is Erica there now?
Erica.
The blonde, isn't it?
She's blind.
Blonde-haired woman that Woody said Erica was going to be here earlier. So
Okay, yeah.
So see if she's in the office, can help you out with that, okay? And if not, make sure you tell Woody tomorrow, and he can call New Point and make sure you get your hours in there, okay?
Okay, I just wanted to let you know.
I appreciate it. No, I appreciate it. I'll follow up with them tomorrow, but if you could do that, then I think we'll be able to get you squared away, though.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Thank
See you, bud. No
and,
worries.
the lady just called me not too long
Did you
ago.
get your
Told me
place?
I'm approved and
Bam.
everything.
Good man.
Thank
All right.
you so much.
No problem. Enjoy your new place, man.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-mm.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. Okay, so when you pull the state report, it's basically going to start at 15, which, like I said, is the state. 19 is the pay station, which it's turned off, so you won't see. So it's basically 15 through 18. And what we're going to do is we're going to be adding these numbers at the bottom. So one thing, though, for you to know, this left column here, that's just Visa and MasterCard. You want this number to the right. That's going to include American Express. So for whatever reason, they always break them apart.
Grand total?
Yes. Yep. You'll want the grand total. On the other report, it'll actually be on the left side. Rule of thumb is whichever number is bigger is the one you want. And then always be aware of these bottom ones, these total other. Those are declined cards. We do not want those. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through and add all of the Washington Street garage numbers. So you got this 502 for lane 15, which is bay 1, exit 1, I believe. 502. And we'll scroll down, 16, which is the other exit in bay 1. We're going to add that 110. You got a question?
No.
Okay. So, and then we got lane 17, which is 280. And then the last lane, 18, is 161. So that gives us a total of 1,053. So,
Just for TID 15, well, 15 through 18.
yeah, and that's just the normal exits in Washington Street.
Okay.
So we're going to add this 1053. It's transient. I guess I should have stated that first. These will pretty much all be transient numbers. The only time you'll pull from here and put into event is if there's tablets being used. So make sure you find Washington Street, transient, you'll put 1053. And then the count, instead of grabbing the grand total numbers, we're going to be grabbing the count numbers. And these counts, it's going to split them up between Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. Hopefully I can show you here in a second, but we're going to start with the 5 here, and I'm just going to work my way back.
Are you we're not, you've got the reports if you needed a credit card breakdown. But has anybody ever asked you for the breakdown like Discover, MasterCard, Visa?
In the past, yes, but I don't know if they like the,
But does-
because I send this report,
Right on.
so they'd physically have to break it down, and then I write on the summary page how it's broken down.
Okay.
So we got 5 here, and you'll notice we got a 7 for this count and a 3. You're going to add both of these. So that's going to be 10
Where did you get the 5 from?
here, right down here.
Person?
So lane 18, I'm working, instead of scrolling all the way up, then scrolling back down, we went 15 through 18 to get the cash, or the money value. Now I'm scrolling back up to get the count value.
And you're just adding it last?
It's the count right here, and then this count over here.
Okay.
So it's 5 plus 0, which is 5. And then up here, you've got a 7 and a 3, which is 10.
What are non-settled sales? Just declined cards?
No, that's American Express.
Okay.
Yeah, because they settle later or whatever.
Okay.
So let's scroll up a little more. We got just 6 and a 0, so 6. And then up here, we've got 15. Remember, this other line, do not include it. That's a decline. So count-wise, it comes out to 36. So Washington Street Transient is done. And now we move on. The next 20, numbers 20, 21, and 22 are Senate. So we've got 20 here. So that's 161. And then 22, there was nothing in on lane 21, so it won't include it. And then 22 is 40. That gives us a total of 201. And then I'll work way back up. Count as 1. And then you're going to add the 1 to the 9 and the 1 here for 11. Pirelli Parking is Evan. How can I help you?
One more time, what was it?
Free public parking. This is Evan. How can I help you?
Oh, yeah, sorry, my car is just really loud. I called earlier because I got a ticket when I was parked, and I paid for 2 hours. When I think I talked to you earlier, but I
Yes.
went on the website and I typed in my license plate and nothing popped up and nothing still popped up.
Are you searching White River State Park? You're-
Would it be state of Indiana or scroll all the way down to White River?
You scroll down to White River State Park, yeah. It confuses everyone. You would think, yeah, it's Indiana or whatever, but the state of Indiana is actually another garage that we manage, and we ticket there too. So that's why there's two of
Okay.
them.
Oh,
So,
okay, all right. Then I'll look at that and I will get that taken care of.
okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Okay, so we got Washington Street, we got Senate done, and now we need to move on to the North Lot, which is 23 and 24 on here. 23 and 24. So 23, we got 15. And 24, we got 80. So that's going to be, since I know it's only two charges, only, yeah, it's 95. Oops. It's 95 and 2. What? Hold on. God.
The mirrors, he just whizzed through it like we've been doing this shit all our lives.
Yeah, he's going fast. I
You
was
two
going to
sitting
say
there like,
something,
what?
but he always do that though.
He
always do.
can't, he doesn't. So we'll watch the video. Me and you do it together a
Yeah.
couple times. We'll work our way through it and we'll watch the video if we have to.
Yeah, because I'm like, do he not see him right over
He,
here?
he does it all the time.
He do.
He's like that professor you just what?
Anyway.
But when
I know you're
people do
recording,
stuff
Evan,
like
so
that
it's
for
cool.
so long. Oh yeah. We do it for so long.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
he's-
really
yeah,
catch
he's used to
yourself doing
Everything okay? Okay.
I'll tell you later. So, okay. So, now that we've got all three state locations in, if you had any tablets, they'd be down below here as well. But
Hold on just a second.
it. Hold on, the tablets would be.
the tablets would be down here.
So-
It'd be 25 through 28. But since we didn't use the tablets this day, they're not on there.
So North Lot 24, right?
23 and
23 and 24, yeah.
So switch back. All right, stay there for just a second.
Okay.
So you got 24, and I see 80.
Uh-huh.
Then below it is a combination of every. What's? I mean,
Yes,
I guess
so
I got
down
confused
below-
because I saw all that.
Yeah, we're getting to that.
All right. I just
So
wanted to-
But
down-
that's the total all.
we're gonna do that next. So
Right on.
so we want our grand totals to match this line right here. Except for, don't ignore the 1253. So we want 1349 and the count of 49. Does that make sense?
Yep, it does.
So 1349. Well, look what we got.
Right on.
1349. And then the count, we wanted 49 as well. Yes, 36, that's 47, plus 2 is 49. So we're good.
All right.
Saved it. All right. And then what I'm going to do,
This is a dumb question, but I'm not here no dumb questions. For transaction numbers, how come you don't have a total at the bottom, so it just adds it up?
transaction totals.
Go back to the spreadsheet. Yeah.
What, these?
Yeah. You got a total in yellow at the bottom? Why wouldn't you put a box down there that adds them up for you automatically?
I actually do typically at the end of the month, see?
Do you?
Yeah, so here.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
There it is.
During the day, I don't know.
You just know it and you add it.
Yeah, yeah. So,
It was just a question.
Oh, no,
I'm
it's
not
good.
trying to-
you're good. So, now that everything matches, what we're going to do, this is, I'll submit this later. So if corporate ever wants to look at how I got my numbers, they can.
Mhm.
And typically, the way I have it, the two folders you want is October monthly and October chase, or whatever month you're working on.
Okay.
So it's October, and I label the transactions October chase because he's probably going to be the one that goes in and looks at them. So we'll save that in here. And you'll see how I have them made. It's the date, and then it's either the state transactions or White River. So it's October 18th. This is for the state. And it's saved.
Oh, go right. What you put for the state? You just put the word state or?
I put the date, so I shortened October to Oct, but October.
I got the Oct 1-8, and then what else you put?
Yeah, then you either put state or WR for White River.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is state, so I put state. So we are done with this. All right. Now we are going to go back into IQ. We're going to go on to White River. So, and remember, to change the entity, you select an entity, hit the little plus icon, and now we want White River State Park. And it's still on the 18th, technically the 19th, but it'll pull the 18th transactions. Click Get Reports. And then I'm going to do the same thing with MD 600, which is the consolidated report or everything, the summary page. I click Download. And you can click on it, just like I did with 601. It'd bring it up the same. It's just for multiple days, I like to have them all together. And I'll show you that here in a minute. But so 601, like I said, that's the breakdown. Let's go ahead and open that up. And here is White River. Now, White River is super easy if there's no events going on. So for White River, you've got 6 through 10, which is the transient. And then, I guess I could have labeled them all that. And then 11 through 13 are the tablets. If there's no 11 through 13, since we don't have to break it down by lane, and it's all the garage, we can literally just scroll to the bottom and grab this 237, and then the count for 21. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go back to the. So transient. Yeah, it's 237, and then the count is 19 plus 2 is 21. All right. So all that is good to go. And then we will save this. What do we save this as, Portia?
We save it as October Chase.
No. I mean, yes, the folder is October
Oh.
Chase. What do we save the file as?
Oh, so it's going to be Oct
Uh-huh.
18
Uh-huh.
White River.
Yes. WR, yeah. So that is good. And now hopefully both of these files are done. So now, once they're done, you don't need to do that. That's just how I refresh the page. Now when you click Files, yeah, only the state's done right now.
Question.
Uh-huh.
And so we're doing for Monday the 18th, we put in the 19th, and we don't have any events.
Mm-hmm.
Did you already do Fridays and pulled up, like, did you do the stuff for Friday and put the event numbers in and stuff already, even though you
For
haven't pulled the
Friday?
cash over?
I haven't done, Friday's not done yet,
Okay,
no.
that's-
I can show you Sunday, or I can show you that day, but.
Well, eventually when you get the money over here and all that, or
Oh,
whatever
okay.
you need to, my question is just, my brain works, I don't generally go out of sequence, so I wouldn't have done the 18th. I know you're probably doing it just because you're showing it to us
Mhm.
or whatever. So I was just wondering if you'd already done Friday, and then I heard you guys asking about pulling the money from the safe over there.
Yeah. Technically, I've got everything through the 17th done besides the 15th.
Right on,
Yeah.
right on.
So, and I guess while I'm waiting for this report,
But you would still have to it'll still have to be dated the same, like the one from Friday. Friday
Would
was
be
the-
Saturday.
What day was Friday? What was the date Friday?
the 15th.
So you do the 16th, yes.
Yeah. For what?
So if we were doing Friday stuff and with the event including, when we
Pull
bring
the.
report, we pull for the 16th.
Correct. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'll show you this while I'm waiting for the report. But typically, so when I do a bunch of days like I just did before we started this, this is how when I save the reports to pull from here, the summaries, this is what I usually have. So this is going to be all the state days. And then this is going to be all White Rivers. So you can pull multiple days if you extend the range, but it just makes it easier. I know left side, this is going to be the state for the 14th.
So the MD reports too, you're saving them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. MD 600 is the one I save or download.
Right.
That way, yeah, because typically I do a few days at a time.
Right.
And that way I can just kind of go down. It's like, okay, I got the 14th done. We can move on to the 15th. You know, here's the 15th. Okay, I got that done. That matches. Move on to White River.
When you're saving the form, say, October 18th state,
Mm-hmm.
was it including the MD 600 for state?
No, I don't. Those are included in the daily report.
So you
We're
print
getting
them
to.
and then you scan the daily or whatever?
Yeah, we're getting to that. Yeah. So the first thing you want to do is pull the MD 601. That way, on the DDR, you know what the summaries are supposed to match to. So, but oops. So let's get that. Let's see if the files are good. Cause I can just hit home. Okay, cool. So I know these will go by the poll date. So I pulled these today at 2:30 and 2:46. So this first one is going to be the state summary. The second one is going to be the White River summary. Okay. Let's pull these two up. Like I said, we're going to be matching these three numbers to the summary of the state, and then this should match. It's 237. So another way you can double check if you're going through. Oh yeah, so transients up here, this far right column right here, this is where I put all the transient credit cards. So that your normal day-to-day, this is where you're going to be filling out the most. So what we want is these three numbers to match, which they should, because I'm technically pulling them from the same place. Just one's a summary, one's a breakdown, but it's always a good habit. You're pulling two different forms, and you're always getting them to match. That way, yeah, you're more accurate. You're less prone to make a mistake. So
The other question, I guess, too, is we're still running cash over at White River.
yes,
Are they pulling the cash every day?
no,
So they're letting the machine run
yes.
are they doing it once a week? Or is it
I just depends on how busy it is, but typically if it's slow, it can ride technically the whole month.
okay?
So, and that the money and the pay stations, you need a key from my vault or from my safe. So yeah, but yes. Okay, so we got the 3 state days in. These numbers should match these numbers, and we've got this 1349 total. So let's pull. This is the state. Here, let me just close that out. So state on the left, White River on the right. You can do it however you want, but that's how I do it. So here is the summary page.
And though this is the page that we had downloaded, I know we just kind of said it, but like when you went to the screen.
Yes, yeah, it's the report. It's the 600 report that I hit download for. Yes. So on the summary page, you're gonna have a bunch of crap up here, but this is the one where the prior report's 601, the breakdown. The big number was on the right. Well, on the summary page, it's on the left. So like I said, if you're ever confused, just take the biggest number. So, and this 1349 should match all the state numbers. So 1349, that's good. We can go ahead and print that off. All right. So that is good. And now we will move on to White River. And White River is pretty simple. You just got to match up this total down here. So this should be 237 to match this. And we've got 237.
Alright, so hold on for just a second. The White River 175 is credit card, and the rest is cash, or
None of these have cash.
none of this has cash.
This is straight credit cards. Even if we make cash, the only report I use for cash are from the actual pay stations.
So
Anything I pull online is going to be credit card.
So you don't worry about that until the day.
Correct. I could technically look and see how much cash we made.
But
The cash, though, doesn't. The reports online don't account for the recycler or anything like that.
right, yeah, you need to know that.
Yeah.
All right,
So, or what goes into the vault. Yeah. Okay. So here's White River total that match. So we got that taken care of. And as we're making our way down the list, we've got lot 55 or the White River State Park surface lot. This is one where we're going to use, there's actually a few sites we're going to use for this. So the first one is the T2 machines. Pull that up. The,
Digital iris.
yeah, T2 iris, yeah. So we're going to use T2. We are also going to use the Park Mobile site. And we are also going to use Converge. Converge, if you know, Converge is where we have a recurring monthly payment on the first of every month, and we have anyone that wants to pay in advance for something, we'd run it through Converge. So, but T2 is going to be the normal day-to-day transient parking. So
do we get our own Converge account, or what are we doing with
I'd have to see who sets all that up.
Okay.
But yes, we could get. I honestly, you're not really going to hurt anything is if we shared accounts for Converge, because all you can do is process payments.
unless we change your password?
Yes.
It says for recurring monthly payments and for them like paying ahead.
Yeah. So we typically use it for someone that either wants to pay for a bunch of spots in advance, or if they want to pay for a bus lane in advance to kind of reserve their parking.
It's just for the lot.
Just for the
For
lot.
the lot.
Yes.
So it's
Yes.
not for the garage or
No,
anything
nothing
else.
else.
Just
So
for the lot.
correct.
Right.
So, alrighty. So the first thing we're going to start out with T2, and the nice thing is it generates reports for you to use. You don't have to go in and change dates or anything. You just go in and grab the report that's already made. So you'll go to reports here, and then as you can see, I didn't make these. Well, technically I made these, but I made it to where at 3 a.m. every day it generates them. So, and just like IQ, we're working on the 18th, but we still want to pull the 19th. We want to pull the next day. So, as you can see, yesterday would be the 19th. So we're going to go in here, and you're going to have 2 reports each day. I've got a daily breakdown like we had, which I don't use. I do later in the month. That's another thing. But anyway, what you want is the summary page, which will be the one at the bottom. So as you can see, I don't know, can you see like the light blue and gray? You can see the light blue I haven't opened. So you always want the first one or the bottom one. So out of these two, I'm going to click the bottom one, click a little tab here, hit view, and then I always open it up in Adobe. Alrighty, and honestly, you're just taking these numbers and plugging them in. So it's 448 out of 74, or 74 cars. We made $448.
Going into T2 that's on the report.
Yes. What did it say? 72 or 74? And then you got 448 up here, and then 448 down here. So that's all the transient revenue.
So, a quick question. So I pay by Park Mobile, it still gets included into the transient revenue into the lot, so you don't have to separate that out.
Correct.
Okay.
Now we're still about to do something with Park Mobile,
Right.
but yes.
Okay.
So yeah, that'll include everything. And then we're gonna go ahead and print this bad boy off. So far printing one.
Page off is what you print.
Yeah, so we printed the 2 60 or 600 reports, one for the state and then one for White River, and then we're printing off the T2 report. So we're going to be printing off a lot of stuff here going forward. So that is printing. We can go ahead and close that out. And now for the Park Mobile charges. Once you're on to Park Mobile, you're going to go to Financial here. And then I just changed the report I use, but what you want is Payment Methods. And on here, you actually want to put the date that you're actually working on. So we're working on the 18th. We actually want the 18th. So just let it load for a second. All right, and you're gonna change this to is on this day, month, or year, month, day. Let it load, and then we'll swap this to the 18th. So swap that to the 18th. It's gonna load, and what we're gonna want is this transaction fee.
Here comes someone.
You said the, okay.
Yeah, so transaction fee, and you can track action totals.
Here in a charge. I was gonna
Is
do
the
it for you.
vehicle up here, or is it
I
down?
was really gonna go do it, yeah. That's why I'm why you got from your meeting. You're in the meeting.
Well, the thing gonna be
Yeah, I
loud
can do this.
anyway.
You're in the meeting. Yeah.
I mean, with that thing going, I
Is
can
it
even.
black tank?
He's gonna be loud anyway, so.
Is her car close?
It's right there.
Right here, right there.
Can you reach it
I'll
with
tell her
that?
to pull it up some.
Alright, that's right there.
Got it.
Yeah, it's right there.
Which side is it?
Cause you guys have the meeting, I was just gonna go get it.
I don't know.
But you got to plug it in. You got,
It'll be alright as long as it gets outside the
This one
store.
here.
I thought he was
Just wanna
gonna
make sure
keep
he was.
going.
Not enough room for it.
It's gonna be loud. Might as well turn it on. tomorrow, I mean, you know, we'll just keep doing it. I mean, you'll do it, have him check it over till we
Okay.
just get it figured out.
You
I
pushing
mean,
something, aren't you?
you
No,
can't hurt.
Evan was telling me to turn it on.
You can't hurt these daily reports. I mean,
Right.
Can't turn up on
It's kind of like we just confirming it, cause it's already there.
there, we're just finding the numbers.
Can't turn it up if I'm still putting air in the tire.
What?
Can't turn it up if I'm still putting air in the tire.
Oh, you're fine, man. Don't sweat.
Yeah.
She done?
Yeah, she's done now. Yeah.
Is she still there?
Yeah, she's talking to
To Ken?
Ken. Yeah. All right. I think that's a. You coming in? Oh, you got a badge. What's up, buddy?
That's Nicole.
I know. That's why I got to get it.
Woo.
That's why I got to get it.
She said, you gave me a ticket the other day. I said, no, it wasn't me. She said, I parked the car pool, so I just changed them cars.
That's a state car she got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she been back. I'm like, where's the trucks? Every time I see you, yeah, Dodge Ram, and this and that. Man, she's still straight. Oh my God. One day she came in here. This on the weekend. We doing a coast game, but she was going to a wedding over on the
I
canal.
saw her today,
Oh,
You know she
no,
seen
she
her, right?
always
You know
just
too. She
smiled
looked
at
good
you,
from
right?
afar.
Yeah. She was good close too.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I want to
hey,
stare at her. But
she was tipsy. She on a red dress, heels.
Which one? This one?
No,
That
one was
that
out
one
in the
there?
car. So she couldn't get over there because she was over. I'm like, I'll take you over there. Oh my God, I was on my way home, took her over there to the wedding. She was tipsy. I was like, look at her. Look at her, boy. She's like,
She's
don't
single?
judge me. Yeah, she be with her baby daddy. He beat her up.
I know.
Damn, seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, he beat her up.
Fucking motherfucker.
Girl, buddy,
That
no.
is the lowest of the low to me, man.
Dude, I got so
Yeah,
many
he
phone
beats
numbers
her
on my
up.
phone. I can't wait till I leave here, cause I'm a beat. I'm just being patient. Like, okay, I can't message you now because I'm here.
Yeah, it's
When I
on me.
leave.
You know how many
got?
older women been
What
on me?
digits?
Man,
You know how many older women been on me? Girl be laughing. They'll come in here or ask Abby. They'll come in here while I'm
Somebody
cleaning.
said that the other day. That said like there's an Oriental woman or something. Look at that.
Yeah, like the one, like this race that's going to come up, this marathon guy.
Right.
She's one of the ones that started that. Right? Hey, she bring coffee in here, right on the top of it for you. Evan called me on the radio. Kenny, we got something down here for you. Hey, what's this old lady? I forgot her name, man. Yeah, she been on me for a minute. So when them races start, we usually come out. I used to be here about 5. Right in the morning.
Oh,
It's like a cancer race, yeah.
Marathon.
Yeah.
So I'm standing right here at 3 against the post out there, and she came out of nowhere. It's dark outside. She said, "Oh, you didn't notice me when I had clothes on, huh?"
That was good.
Yeah, she bring me coffee and everything in the morning. Good old lady, they bring me coffee. Every coffee, go get your coffee. In the morning.
Yep. See you tomorrow, Kenny. All right. Where were we?
Hmm?
What's his name? Jamal?
Mm-hmm.
Or Jermaine? Jamal?
Jamal.
Yeah. All right. So we've got the date pulled here. So
Mhm.
remember.
Same date for.
Yes, same date for Park Mobile. Yep. So what you're going to be looking for is the transaction fee. And basically, whenever someone pays with Park Mobile, they pay the rate that's on the machine plus an additional 35 cents. So,
That's a transaction.
yes. Yes. And see this transaction total, 18. 18 times 0.35 gives us this 6.3 transaction fee. And what we're going to do is I just put it off to the side. This is something we technically collect, but then we pay it back.
Right.
So-
Park Mobile you would send them a check or whatever.
Yeah, or it'd go into Avid and then
Right,
they'd
yeah.
pay it. So I just put it off to the side here.
Are they in Avid?
Yes, yeah, they're in Avid. So corporate, they're gonna see this goes into our account. So it goes into our totals, and then they take it out. They kind of put it aside because they're gonna end up paying it. So once we have that in there, this little gear icon to the right, click it. Click download. Then you'll click download again. And then once it pops up, you're going to hit OK. And then come on. Alrighty. So just what we were looking at, you got the 6.3 transaction fee, 18 transactions. We're just going to print that off. And then for this, it kind of breaks it up here, as you can see. You just go down the bottom here to scaling and just fit sheet on page, on one page. So everything's on there. Then we click print. And we
box, is that
that doesn't
an ID or what's that? Is that
it yeah, it's the date.
the date? Okay.
I guess you could expand that. I haven't been, but
I mean, as long as you know what it is, it's not
Yeah.
not a big deal to me. I just wanna know
yeah.
what it is.
And how did you get to this, that screen where it said the payment method?
So once you get in, so when you first pop up, Park Mobile, gotta sign back in. As you can see, I'm using Woody's account. So you go to financial, and then from here you go to payment methods report, and that's when you do on this day, and then you put in the date. Alrighty, so we are done with Park Mobile. We're done with T2, and now is Converge. And like I said, for Converge, there's only, you'll pretty much know what days to pull. Well, I will. It'll email me if someone runs a transaction. Woody usually emails it to me, or if it's the first of the month. But
You don't need to pull it.
correct, yeah. Oh, one thing. Hold on, before we get to Converge, I forgot. Citations. There's an order. I kind of go in to print stuff off, but it's not too big a deal if you don't follow it. So, violation ticketing system. You're actually going to have 2 logins, one for the state, one for White River, and then we can. You guys can honestly use my account. There's nothing crazy you can do in here, but we can also try and get everyone their own account. So, what you're going to do in here, you're going to go to reporting. And then you're going to go to collections. And then you're going to go to payment count by date. And this is, you're going to pull the day you're looking for. So we're on the 18th. We're going to pull the 18th. And then I usually send it to a PDF. Hit run report. And I don't believe, actually, oh wow. So we got $50. Technically, this count is 2. It's 2 $25 violations. I think if there's a void or something, it adds it in there. I don't know why it does that, but yeah, it's technically $50.
We have to change it. And like, if it was 100 and it said 5, we have to change it to 4.
Yeah, you'll know the amounts that they pay is 25, 40, 50, or not 50, it's 25, 40, 65. And then it jumps up to like, it's something weird. It's like 100 something. But yeah.
So, but you just knew the number by the
Yeah.
total number.
Yeah. So we're also going to print this off. And then for the DDR, we're going to go into violations, put that 50. And then whenever you're putting it in on the credit card deposits down here, I always do the second tab. So it's going to go right here. The first one I save for Converge. And basically what it does at the end of the month, you can just pull an entire month of, citations or Converge, and then you can match it up with the deposit 1, which is Converge, or deposit 2, which is citations. Does that make sense?
Say it again one more time for me.
So I always put Converge right here, and then and then deposit 2 I put citations. That way at the end of the month I'll pull all the citations or all of Converge, and then I can match them up with total. So if I pulled, let's say, here, just to show you here, say I wanted the entire month. So this is the month we've got so far through the 18th. I pull this, and as you can see, we've got $75. 75 matches deposit 2 here. Yeah. It's the last page of the DDR. It says total. This is the grand total. So this is what we have so far through the 18th.
So total so far through the 18th this month, $880 have been put in through Converge.
Correct.
Prepayment or
Yes.
so probably say FFA or whatever's coming
It's
out.
$400 in monthly. You'll have that at the first of every month, and then $480 in what would be
Who's
validation.
the monthly on it?
Franklin College.
Franklin College.
Yeah. So
Franklin College in Franklin, Indiana?
I believe so. Yes.
How are they doing parking?
I don't know. I forget. It's been years. So
They must have something going on at the
yeah.
History Museum or something.
Yep.
Maybe they
So
got interns working up there.
yeah, I can't remember. They're students. I just can't remember. Anyway, once you get we got the 18th printed off. If there's nothing for that day, it'll just be blank. I don't worry about printing it off. But violations are done, and now we move on to Converge.
Gotcha.
So once we're on here, just skip that. Once you're in here, you're going to go to settled batches. And it used to have a breakdown of a month, but now it's got, oh no, it's got this month. Duh. So here are all the transactions. I think I'm missing one for the 7th. Thought we had a refund. Yeah, so I missed one for the 7th. So this is why you put everything in one column. See, obviously I missed one. Actually, oh. Or maybe I put that on. Oh, that's right. That's right. No, I'm good. Yeah. So this was actually on the 6th, I believe, or 8th.
That would be part of the 880.
So yeah, so I've got the 480 here. Yeah, it processed on the 7th, but this was technically done on the 6th. View the details. Yeah. So this is.
Put it on the 6th.
Yeah, the transaction date is the 6th. It settles the next day on the
And
7th.
that 240 was on the 20th.
Yeah, so
The 18th.
it'd be on the 19th. Yeah. So yes. But alrighty. But yeah, since we don't have anything for the 18th, we're good to go. That's done, and this day is complete. So we're gonna save that. We're gonna print that off. And voila.
And you normally have these done by what time during the day? Does it matter really?
No, they ask you not to get a week behind or 3 or 4 days behind or something, but they don't. Corporate doesn't really care as long as you have it in at the end of the month.
You usually don't go around
Yeah. Once you get the hang of it, and it's only credit cards or transient, it'll take you half hour-ish.
to deny.
Yeah.
So moving forward, do you want like me and you? Do you want us to do this so like we get the hang of it, and then again the thought was that Portia does this during the daily stuff. So I'm involved just because I want to know it as well. So if I get
Yeah.
away again, scream. But
Yeah, it's however you guys want to do it. I'm gonna be going through it at night as well to double
absolutely,
check.
you know,
So
for a while at least.
we're not done yet.
No.
Yeah. So but
I'm just talking.
okay. And then you have we gotta scan this in and then put it into RMS. And if you guys want,
RMS, that was the other thing.
yeah. So, but first things first, we gotta write on the daily reports. So the first thing is always the DDR. So DDR's first, even though I printed it last So this is always a good screen capture of our revenue, if you will. So that's first. If you have any cash deposits or ROCs from the state, those will go next. But since we don't, it moves on to the credit card deposits.
You said cash deposits and what else?
ROC, you said ROC?
An ROC is a cash deposit for the state.
Okay.
White River is a chase slip. So, and then I always have it in order from state to White River to the White River lot. So the first report is the state, and we're going to break it down by writing on it.
Okay.
So we got lot 51, lot 52, lot 53. And we're just going to grab these totals here. So lot 51 is 95. Lot 52 is 1053. And then lot 53 is 201. And then if you were to add these three numbers up, it equals 1349. So
But you've already kind of double checked it. prior.
yeah, it's
So you
already
know that it's should be
yes.
good to go.
Yeah.
Right on.
And then for White River, 54 is 237. That's good. Some other things we'll go through later once you get the hang of this are offline charges or Spot Hero. They're going to pop up in these totals, but they aren't actually going to hit the bank. So if that were to happen, I just go in and subtract them out. But I'd still actually make it short. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. I've already got enough in this video. So you got all the transient, 51 through 54, and then 55 after that. And then you got park mobile after that. And after that, you got citations. I'll mark that as a 2. Whereas 55 violations. So that's good.
And after that, if you had convergence, you would have convergence.
Converge will go after that. After that would also be daily paperwork or cashier reports. So that go in after that. To be honest, as long as it...
Scan those.
Yeah. So the next thing we're going to do is scan these.
Is it possible to go over this again tomorrow with the stuff on White River so that we can
Yeah.
see your
Yeah,
reports
yeah.
and that together as well?
Yeah,
so that-
absolutely.
all right.
I mean, I have some already done, but it's up to you. So we're going to scan this. And we got to work with now RMS, which is Revenue Management System, and the SharePoint. So I got these.
RMS is the state site, right?
No, it's corporate.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. So here's RMS, and then here's the SharePoint.
Is she gonna have to use one of our? Do we have to get her a reef? So what we need to do is, and we'll talk to Kevin Friday, but we need to get you converted over.
Yeah.
As soon as possible.
Yep. So once this, you email or scan the paperwork and then email it, instead of putting it in the October Chase folder, it's actually going to go in the October monthly folder. Oh my goodness, computer, come on. I know you're struggling. Just curious. I've got a decent processor on here, but yeah, streaming and recording, just killing it.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's not too bad. Hello? Did we just lose internet? What is going on? Oh, come on. See if it'll let me into RMS. Okay. Well, that works.
Wonder if it's not one to show RMS over Zoom or something. Think it would matter? It's not a.
I've done this before.
Yeah, right.
I just, like I said, I haven't streamed and recorded at the same time, so I wonder if it doesn't like it. Just all right, screw it. Well, we'll come back to that. Alrighty. So we got the DDR here, and this is revenue management system. So you've got 3 tabs up here: daily activity, deposits, and summary. Daily activity is going to be these numbers right here. And then deposits, obviously, are going to be the cash and checks down below. So the first thing you're going to start out with is daily activity. And then we're just going to go top to bottom here. So we're going to start off with lot 51. Make sure it's the date you want. This is always going to be on a different day that corporate or whoever is working on, but lot 51, the 18th. And then all we have is transient for the day here. So it's going to be 95 on 2. So hit 95, hit 2, enter. And then once you get to this screen, make sure everything looks good and then hit submit. So that's good. So we're going to go back. We're going to go to lot 52. Make sure you got the correct date. Lot 52, we just have transient again, 1053 on 36. Hit enter and submit. Now we need Senate, 18th. Got 201 on 11. All right. Now we got lot 54, 237, 21. Enter, submit, and now we actually have some other things to enter for lot 55. So for lot 55, we got the transient, we've got the violations, and then we have to enter the park mobile. So I guess I can go through some of these, but yeah, you got transient, monthly, event, park whiz, validations, violations, refunds, overshort, and then park mobile. And the lines can kind of throw people off, just whatever you're working in. So you want transient, it's always the box down below. So say if you want to do validations here, you'd put it in this box along with the count. So for lot 55, we got 448 on 74. And then we've also got violations. So that was 50, and there's 2 counts. And then we've got park mobile, which is 6.3. And I think it's 18, but if you take 6.3 to get the count, whatever number it is, remember divide by 0.35. Yep. Yep. And let's go here, we hit submit. Alrighty, so the daily reports, or the daily activities done, now we move on to the deposits. I said from here, we're just going to work our way down. If we have cash payments, we'll do those first, then hit credit card. This is where it gets a little tricky because you got to know what section to put it in. So I'll put it up here. For AR, any AR is accounts receivable. And then cash check. Oh. And then down here, it is AR credit card, AR credit card, and then this AR credit card, Visa, MasterCard. So I'll show you what these are here in just a second. So got no cash, so we'll just move on to the credit cards. So 51, we got 95 and AR credit card. So you're going to put the date you're working on for the selected date, and then day of deposit is always after. So working on the 18th, the day of deposit's always the day after is the 19th. The deposit ID is the city number, which is 68 dash the lot number. So 68 is Indianapolis dash, and we're going to be working on lot 51 first. So we'll put in 51 there. For the deposit amount, we got 95. And this is AR credit card. So this needs to go AR, or accounts receivable, and it's credit card. So, and now you got to match this deposit amount here to down here. It doesn't matter which box you put it in, as long as you're in the, since we're working on lot 51, we want lot 51 here. So I usually just put it in the top left box of each one. But as long as that matches the deposit amount, go ahead and hit enter, and it'll save. So lot 51 is done. And now we're going to move on to lot 52. Still AR credit card, 1053. And then we're in the lot 52 section, 53, hit enter. If you're not sure which days you've entered, you can always kind of refresh it. Put in the day, and as you can see, the 2 days I've entered pop up right here. So now we need 53. Remember, 68 for Indianapolis dash lot number. This is 201, and it's still AR credit card. 201. You can also hit like A 3 times to get to it or whatever, but so that's 201. Enter. So that is good. Now we move on to lot 54. AR credit card, 237. 237. That's good. And lot 55. And lot 55 is Visa MasterCard. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the total number here and add it to 6.3. Oops. I don't know why I did it this way. So 1592.3.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
You said add it plus the 6.3.
So it's this total number right here.
Right.
You're going to add that to this number. And that,
Total was 498, right?
Yeah.
It was at 448 plus 50. The total was 498.
wait, what's going on here?
I think you multiply. When you put it in parentheses, I think you multiplied it.
Ah,
There it is. So
Sorry.
it's 50 plus 448. Yeah, that.
there we go.
Parentheses.
I typically use a calculator. But, so I don't know how that, but
66.3.
plus 498 is 504.3. Yep, 504.3. Well, actually, let's pretend I put that in.
Mm-hmm.
There, I'll just add it again. I just added that twice.
Give
So.
you a,
Yes. So so everything should be done. Obviously, I just entered this value twice, so it's not gonna total correctly. So once you get daily activity deposits done, you move on to summary. So, and this is if you're doing the dailies, you probably won't have access to the summary, or I will, because this is where I'll go in, double check it, and then submit it if it's good. But and then yellow, the days in yellow are days that are currently being worked on. Now, you see down here, I can't post the GL or the general ledger because they're not balancing. That's because I entered that 504.3 twice. So let's just go ahead. You can go in and edit and delete these. I'm just going to delete that second one. And yeah, now it'll let me post. So, and when you're in here, especially when you're first doing it, make sure you've got your deposit types that are matching these. So for state, all cash is accounts receivable. White River garage and lot is cash checks. And then the credit card, all of the gated garages and lot is AR credit cards. So you got North Lot, Washington Street, Senate, and the White River State Park garage are all AR credit card. And then the lot is Visa MasterCard. So does that make sense as far as the deposit types go?
So,
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna take a little bit of putting it in.
Yeah, it's a little tricky.
Grab it, but as long as-
What's going to be tricky is when White River handles the State Department of Health. Then they're going to have a mix of AR credit card and Visa MasterCard, which I don't know if we're actually supposed to do.
Weren't you supposed to get with Chase or you were getting with? You got a meeting. When did you?
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah. Shit.
Like
Okay.
we'll have to go in and split them up ourselves.
Hello. No, that'll just be, yeah. So when you go in to add the deposits into RMS, your trans and all that'll be Visa, MasterCard, and then whenever State Department of Health makes a payment, you'll put it in as AR credit card. So.
For the next, what, 2 months? Or, I mean, you already put in, they gave you 3-month payment, right?
Yes.
You put it in and you put in the deposit, so they're credited for 2 months, correct?
Yes. So
You
starting,
do a deposit for the next 2 months, will you?
correct.
It's already in.
And then it's just the state, White River State Park will send us, the whatever, the payment, and then we'll just put that in our paperwork.
But I thought moving forward, we weren't taking their payments.
We aren't, but we still need to include that in our revenue. That's still our revenue, and that's a good chunk of revenue because it's almost 20 grand.
Post it, but we only.
We'll be posting it as AR credit card. So accounts receivable is when someone else is handling the money, but we're still considered it our money.
Right.
So Visa, MasterCard, cash checks is when it goes to Republic Bank. That's our money that we're, well, not really our money, but we're handling.
And then we cut them check back.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
moving forward though, with your appointment Monday, they're gonna have to notify you when they get payments. So
Yes.
they can post it
Yes.
as a credit card AR.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. Pain.
All right. Well, assuming everything balances, everything looks good. Once you post and refresh the day you're working on, the 18th, it'll turn green. So, as you can see, I haven't put in anything for the 15th yet. But, and then the last thing is we put in all the reports into the SharePoint. So this is the daily report we scanned that I can finally save. And then for monthly reports, instead of October chase, I put it in October monthly. And I'm literally just going to save it as the date. So you'll see here in a second. Assuming
That's all the documents you scanned previously.
yes, or all the reports I print out put in order.
Right.
Yeah. So as you can see, well, let me scroll down, but
Saving is October.
monthly and October 18. So that's good.
Times two. When you said SharePoint,
You'll see it here in a second. SharePoint is basically a Dropbox or something. So here's the SharePoint. Basically, anyone with access,
Yeah.
kinda, yeah.
It's sort of reports that everybody can.
Yeah.
okay.
So once you're into SharePoint, you're going to go to 68 revenue support. And then from here, the year you're working on, 2021, and then the month, October. So these are all the reports I've already uploaded. So they'll go back and look at to double check our numbers or whatever. So once you're in here and you're seeing the daily reports, hit the 3 little dots here, upload, and then files. And now I'm going to go to find the 18th. That was a little quick, but I just double clicked it. You can click on it and then click open, and it'll upload it. So, Yep, uploaded one item to October, and then once this get out of my face, you'll see the October chase folder. And then we're gonna upload the two state and White River reports. So October 8th state, October 18th state, October 18th White River. I've got them both selected here, and bada boom. And that is it.
Nice.
That is the 18th, all taken care of. Any questions before I end the video?
I mean, it seems fairly straightforward. It's repetitive that I need to get in and get in, just do, and get
Yeah.
on a little bit and get dirty with you back here. If we have a question, you can be able to answer it for us.
Yeah.
It's like all daily paper. You just need to get a little confidence and a little.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah, before.
When you're doing all that.
Well, when you've been doing it for years, it's yeah.
But yeah.
What I can show you before getting off here
Mhm.
is a day with cash. So we'll do the the 17th. As you can see here, we had an event for the state.
Right on. Yep.
Yeah. So for here, if you want, I guess I can just show the daily paperwork. How do I want to do this? Nope. Don't need you. And then we'll go to October monthly. Go to the 17th. So, like I said, the first page is DDR. And then I always do cash payments first, or the show the cash. So, this is from the this is an ROC, reported collections from the treasurer.
Mhm.
So when you deposit money there, you'll get this back, and you'll want this cash total. Yeah, so that's 8,500.
Mhm.
Oh, is going to match the 8,500 cash deposit here. Hold on. Riley Parking is Evan. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Brianna Parker. I'm with the State Public Defender's Office. We have a car that's dead in Garage 2 in the basement in Section E. Are you guys able to come jump it?
Yeah, are you there right now?
Okay, yeah, thanks so much.
What-
Yeah, I'm down here. It's basement in Garage 2 again, Section E.
Section
It's a
E.
blue Ford Fusion, but I'll be outside the car as well.
Oh, you said basement or sub-basement? Sorry.
I'm
Ba-
sorry, what was that?
Was it basement or sub-basement?
Yeah, basement.
Basement.
Basement, yeah, E.
Okay, I'll be over there in a few minutes.
Okay.
right.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
Bye.
Bye. So, all right. This one is a little different because I had some transient money. That was like 580. But
Mhm.
typically, as long as there's no over short, yeah, you'll have this deposit of cash, this deposit of credit card equal this event number right here. So, so here's the ROC. The cash for White River will be chase slips. You'll scan and put in here.
Right.
And then after that, you've got the credit card for the state. Next one is credit card for White River.
Mhm.
Next one's credit card for the lot. And you got Park Mobile.
So the actual.
And
cash-
then here's the cashier sheet that I put in.
Alright, go down.
Yeah.
The total there was 8,500. Your total that you took over to John yesterday was 8,500.
Uh huh.
Go back up for a second.
Where at?
To the DDR. And it said 85. It had 85. It had 12,000.
This one is the cards or
12,000. Oh wait, hold on. Let me do this. I got the DDR up. It's
it
like
was like a $5,000.
Yeah, they're alright. So deposit one was $5. It was $8,500 deposit at
Mhm.
Washington Street Garage. Washington Street Garage deposit of $520. So that's where you're getting your $12,940, correct? Those two together from the event.
Yeah.
So, are you talking about this number right here? This 15, 16?
It's about the 12,940.
Yeah, the event money that's.
Oh.
Yeah, where's that?
520 was the
Yeah, so this is technically hold on. Maybe this will 7920.
Oh, there was 12,940.
Oh, that's just from the event.
Yeah.
So these two were the event amounts. Cash credit card equal this 12,940.
Washington Street
And
Garage.
then the 580 is the
Transient. See how I put it up here? This is what Daryl collected. So I had them all
That was the
combined.
cash that he collected the other day?
Yeah, it was the weekend, Friday,
Alright,
Saturday, Sunday.
so- Oh,
I mean-
got it. Alright, no, I get it.
Okay.
Events 12 together, and
Yeah.
then cash and credit card. I got it. I'm
Yes.
good. I'm good.
So, yeah.
Yep.
All right. Everything makes sense?
Yep, makes sense.
Alrighty. Let me end this and I'll go give that lady a jump.